Please listen to the Sloth Podcast. Desktop section. Article by Sloth Leader. Working with Indian colleagues. For various reasons, the Indian community is getting bigger in Vietnam, especially in the central region. Saigon is the same. Many companies we work for will have a few Bollywood colleagues. What people know about them is not as much as understanding Japan, America, so most of us are a bit afraid of them. But let's see how the world agrees with each other about Indians and how to understand them better. When Indians say yes in Indian culture, saying no is impolite. If you go to their country and ask someone for directions, they can always point whether they know or not, because they don't want to say no. An easy to remember visual expression: when Indians shake their heads, it still means yes. Yes, in Indian culture. When working or communicating with Indians, you should be careful of this. There is a certain ambiguity when they say yes. It does not necessarily mean yes, I will complete it. In many cases, yes means yes, I will try, but I am not sure to complete it. Or when they say yes, I understand, it just means they understand, but they do not necessarily agree with you. Indian English. Apart from the easy to understand yes, you may have problems communicating with an Indian. They use English fluently and continuously. However, Indians are proud of their foreign language skills, so they often speak very quickly and a lot instead of speaking more simply and slowly. In general, listening to Indians speak English is like listening to English speakers speak Indian. Indians work. Of course, there are these people and those people. But you will encounter lazy Indians. They do not do as much as they talk and spend their time walking around and gossiping. In addition, some Indians are not as loyal and dedicated as expected, so they may leave a project in its throes to pursue their other goals. However, they are very good with numbers. Calculating with numbers and different types of charts. Indians communicate, although not Japanese. The problem of losing face here is quite serious. They are afraid to ask someone something that might make them less intelligent. Instead, Indians prefer to try different ways and delay the moment of truth. If they repeat the same issue over and over again, it means that this issue is important to them. Indians to Indians. The issue of caste is still strong in Indian culture. So don't be surprised to see an Indian colleague cooking, bringing fish and rice to another Indian colleague. They also like to show off, assert their position, if they have one, and so it's best not to pay attention. Everyone has their own passion, and that is simply the passion of Indians. General rule when working with Indians: avoid questions that require a yes or no answer. Because Indians always yes, with very different levels of certainty. You have to fine-tune carefully to realize. Instead, you should ask what their plan is, when it will be, who will do it. This helps you easily detect what they are trying to avoid. However, when the answer is clear, you still have to check the work status regularly to make sure that both sides have yes to the same issue. Sometimes Indians can yes to a deadline of 2 days, but they always leave it for 2 weeks. Refer to Bollywood movies or Balika Vadu to understand them better. The logic is especially Indian. Very long-winded and dramatic. But not bad. Indians are like that.